Good morning, everyone. Out at the lovely Runswick Bay today. The weather is actually pretty good. A little bit of breeze, but not too bad. We are going to start our adventure the old-fashioned way and see if we can spin us around. There we go. So we're going to head out onto the beach. We're going to take the slightly higher path because the tide is still in. Then we're going to follow the beach around all the way along here, head out towards there. That little first headland and bay is Kettleness. Then we're going to go around the Kettleness headland and see if we can get to Goldsborough. It's the plan. Obviously, we'll be back with you when we get some good fossils. And as you can see now, onto some of the things resembling rock underneath us rather than the sandy beach. At that point, hard hat on, close enough to the cliffs that it's better to have one and be safe than not have one and get hit by some falling debris. We're going to keep away from the cliffs anyway because there's no need to be under them for fossil hunting in Runswick. So just be safe where possible. Just quickly scrambling over these old falls that keep washing out. And just keeping an eye out, because every once in a while you might find nodules that are loose in here or even still in the shales. But unfortunately, nothing obvious today, and not our goal to hunt all of this, even though there are some beautiful things in the shale slabs, like this pile of ammonites just running through it. But yeah, not the goal today. If we find something great, but not going to spend too long. Just going to have a look. And as you can see, heavily picked over, so all the promising nodules in the area tend to have been tapped already, unless they're in one of these shale blocks. So we will continue up and around over that way. Just coming up to the end of the old rock falls through here. Sadly, not been an awful lot, not even the common things like decks or anything. Heavily picked, clearly. So we're going to get into the next bay, into Kettleness. And then just seeing what we can find. Yeah, and just getting in to the next bay. This is sort of the Kettleness Bay with the classic waterfall on the right hand side there. This has all got very sandy since I was last here. The fact that these rocks have got any sand on them is a complete change. This is all rubbly last time, but obviously the storms and the tides and the waves that are still going completely changed what it all looks like. But we'll keep looking. There's got to be something around here somewhere. As you can see, it is a lovely, lovely day here. Now just walking over the redder stones. This is all the siderite layers that you see. And we'll keep an eye out on them because every once in a while you find things like this. These are the pleurocerous ammonites that you can find in these layers. Just onto the Kettleness headland now. The tide is out sufficiently far. We've got a couple of hours to play with for time. So we're going to keep walking our way around that way and see if we can find anything, because it's been really, really sparse so far. A bit of a battered belemnite, but shows off some things quite well. So you've got the main guard along here. The tip would be just under here and probably just exploded. And then you've got this phragma cone, the bit at the end, sort of like the body chamber in effect for the animal. What looks to be my first actually decent ammonite of the day. Yeah, looks like there's a good little deck in there. Yeah, it's been that level of sparse that we're almost at Goldsborough, and that's the first one I've picked up to take home. And we're in the right sort of area. Yeah, see what's left of a big Eleganticeras. I'd like one of those in a hole, please. I do absolutely love some of these deathbeds that you get in the bedrock of just piles and piles of ammonites. You can actually sometimes follow them down like this, and you've got a whole line of them all the way down. Made it to Goldsborough, and there's a lot more stuff instantly. So I've got a little ellie in this block here. That'll need a bit of a prep. There's a nice little beach prep deck right there. And I saw another one in my shadow right there. So we'll pick all those up. That one looks pretty good. Put in the bag. Some things that look like a harpoceros there, and probably a big outer whirl of a harpoceros there. Would like them actually intact though, but alas. Chunk of hildy just there. What I caught my attention was this dac. Might all be there. Might all be there, but not sure. You're going to get very bored of dacs coming up. Goldsborough is very good for them, but I'm not sure we're going to find a lot else. But when you get them like that, you're not going to complain, are you? And another one fresh out, and you can just see the keel sticking out there. That should all be there. Beautiful. Someone's clearly had a bit of a hildy here, but wasn't well preserved by the looks of it, and then exploded when they tapped the nodule open. Oh well, nice to see. Game of spot the fossil. This one hopefully isn't too difficult. Big ol' keel sticking out there of a nice looking dac. Possibly a second very worn one on the top as well. Should be a good one. More sad partials. It looks like it's part of a Phylloceros, that. Shame. Picked this nodule up just thinking, oh, it's a nice colour, nice shape, and then saw the keel thinking, ooh, that's a good sized dac. It's not a good sized dac, it's a nice hildy. Little water worn, but I do love hildies, so I am quite happy with that. It continues to be another stellar day. You can see the Whitby headlands over there, and then we've got what would be Sands End coming around, Stinky Hole, and then this is Goldsborough around here. It's a lovely day. Not super productive till we got to Goldsborough though, but well, still better than nothing, and definitely better than a day on the sofa. Just battled to tap this one open, but that's come out okay. Bit of tidying off to do around the edges, but I think that's all right. Spot the fossil might be the easiest one of the day. Look at it, just sat there like that. That's all right. Bit of the outer whirl's missing, but otherwise all right. Just saw the edge of this one sticking out. Give it a tap. So another little one there. The other one here has exploded. That'll be quite nice. There might be some more underneath this, so I'll take that back. It looks quite different now that the tide's all the way out. I've got about another 30-40 minutes before we'd need to get back, but not too bad. You might just see Port Mulgrave over there in the distance behind the waves. And then there's Runswick just there. Just going to finish the walk back, see if there's anything as we go back through Kettleness, and then yeah, back to the car. Just picked this little double up, nothing special, but it's a bigger block, so there might be more underneath this. I'm not sure they're going to be very well preserved, but we'll see what we get when we take it home. So just finishing up here on the beach. Been a pretty good day. A few dacs, nice hildies, few ellies, but unfortunately one of those days that you have to work really hard for it. There's not a lot of pickings to be had through the main bit of Runswick and into Kettleness. It's just the fact of a lot of people down on the beach enjoying the weather, and I can't blame them. It's still much better than being sat at home. So glad to be out and glad to have a few bits and pieces. The big news is the Maya is now here, so I am going to be starting to prep and hopefully doing some little videos showing off the work, and I am not going to be an expert when I first get started, so there's a lot to learn and a lot to do, and so you can come along with those in the future. And so thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next hunt.